Okay. Oh, that is really weird. All right. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm hoping that my daughter's going to let me know if she can hear me. Does look like it's a bit dark, but that's okay. All right. See, I don't know if she's on yet. All right. So it's already been a minute. Ah, okay. Great. Thank you. Let me see if I can. I've never done, see if I can do a reaction to that. Okay. Okay. So now that I know for sure that the microphone is working, I am going to start this live. Actually, I'm still kind of looking around at everything. The weird thing is that it is backwards. So, like, when I see that I'm off to the side, I have to like move opposite. I wonder if there's a way to change that. I don't know. Let's see here. Share screen, mute. I don't know. I can see when I'm making, like, it shows me that I'm making, the microphone is picking things up. So that's helpful. Okay. Well, I want to thank you so much for tuning in or watching this later. Either way, I will have to work on the lighting. This is a different camera. This is the one on my laptop as opposed to the one on my phone. So it's a little bit different. So it seems to need more light. So we'll work on that. But I want to say um, Happy New Year. We're a couple days in now, and I wanted to just kind of regroup since it had been a couple days since I finished a challenge. I was generally recording during the 100 days. I was recording like a day early, like, the day before. And so I would, um, so like on the 31st, I was recording on the 30th. That was the last video that I did. That was the 100th day of the challenge. And so I decided I'm just going to take a couple of days off. So I didn't film anything on the 31st or on January 1st. So here we are on the 2nd. And I still don't have like a schedule of when I'm going to do things, but I have about a zillion ideas about all different things that I want to do, things, a lot of decluttering, plus a lot of like just general pep talks. I get ideas for that constantly. So yeah. So I had some thoughts about New Year's Eve. So let me just kind of tell you what happened on New Year's Eve and what like I thoughts that I had in the past and moving forward. So um, I am a night owl naturally. I come by it honest. My mom is a night owl, and I know that it is not healthy. And I have to get up early to get to work and to church. And um, so I want to be somebody who gets up early, goes to bed earlier at least. And that's one of the things that I'm going to be working on in January is to get to bed earlier so that I can get more sleep. I know that if I am messing up on anything health wise, it is sleep. It's not that I feel tired all the time. It's just that I know that I should be getting more. That like 5, 6 hours of sleep is not what a person really needs. Not enough. So yeah, so I am not naturally a night owl. And lately, though, I have been more aware that around like 8, 9, I'm feeling really, really tired. And it's like I could just go lay down and go to sleep right then. And I should, but I don't. I don't know if I'm afraid of that I will be going to bed that early that I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and not be able to um go back to sleep. I don't, I'm not really sure, but it's like I fight through it and all of a sudden I get a second wind. By 10 o'clock, I am ready to go again. And I am good 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Yeah. Day after day, week after week, year after year. It's the same thing. And I need to just act on this. That's my word for this year is to act. So I was thinking, like, in as we were getting ready to cross over to 2025, I was like, this is the most unwise way to start the year by staying up late. And like, it is generally no problem whatsoever for me to stay up till midnight. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to stay up till midnight. And if I was smart, I would just go to bed. And like, it's ridiculous because I'm not having a party or anything. I just want to see the ball drop and then go to bed. And there was one year where I'm like, okay, I am going to like do, I'm going to start this year right by going to bed early. So I did. I was in bed like, I don't know, 10 o'clock or something. And I laid there and laid there and laid there. Ah, and I laid there so long that midnight came. I did not see the ball drop. And I laid there and tears just flowed because I was like, I missed it. I did not sleep through it, but I did not have that one moment. So this year, just a couple nights ago, I was so tired. I was like, I still have like 3 more hours till midnight. How am I ever going to make it? And I'll be like disappointed if I don't see the year. It's crazy if I don't see the year pass to the next. Uh, so I was like, I'm gonna stay up, and I always want to have some special food, but we had so much special food for Christmas things that I was kind of special fooded out, and I just said, you know what, let's order pizza, easy and done. Let's order pizza. We still had some leftover goodies. Let's have those. And then we'll watch the ball drop when the time comes. Because I didn't have any interest at all in watching like the whole show of it, all the various artists that they have come and sing and all the stuff. I am interested in year in review things, but I really, yeah, I can watch that anytime online. So I was just going around doing my usual nighttime things and fighting off being tired. And I was ready for bed at midnight. Like I found like one of the places live streaming Times Square, and it was just like a couple of minutes before the ball dropped, literally. Like they're singing that song that they sing right before the 1 minute countdown. They were singing that song and everybody's swaying. And then the 1 minute countdown and the ball dropped and the Happy New Year's and I kissed my husband and I was like, okay, good, I can go to bed now. But why do we do these things? So I'm like, okay, this year is going to be the year that I get the sleep. Maybe there is another way to satisfy my desire to see the new year without having to stay up till midnight. So I decided to look up and see what are some alternatives. And so this is I've started using this whiteboard for my notes because I just the literally the only time that I look at the notes are to make the video. And then I don't need the notes anymore. I've got the video done. So I started writing the notes on my whiteboard and then I can just like erase them as I say them. so so I looked up what are some alternatives. I also have some things on my phone. So you're not going to believe this, but there is a Wikipedia of list of objects dropped on New Year's Eve. A Wikipedia for this. So it's actually some are dropped and some are raised. And they have this thing listed by time zones of the things that are dropped and raised, all different places. So different time zones, different places. So like in Brooksville, Florida, they drop a 200-pound tangerine. Well, they don't do it anymore, but they did it until 2009. So it's kind of like a history of all the things. Um, let's see what else here is interesting. Okay, so Sarasota, Florida, a glowing pineapple is dropped at midnight. Winter Haven, Florida, at Legoland, they drop a Lego brick at 8 p.m. Now, I don't know if that's live streamed or not, but there you go, 8 o'clock, because kids, they're going to be the ones who are going to watch this. Okay, in Atlanta, a peach is lowered as part of the annual peach drop. Oh, it had been held, canceled during pandemic. Once again, canceled in 2004. I don't know. Yeah, some of these are not done anymore. Brunswick, Georgia, Bob the Shrimp is lowered. Okay, but let me get Perry, Georgia, a buzzard is lowered. I'm sure that these are like locally significant things. Indianapolis, an IndyCar has dropped since 2015. Um, okay, let me get down to, I thought that Pennsylvania had an interesting one. Let me get down to it because Bethlehem, Pennsylvania is the home of the company that makes Peeps. Oops, all right, I'm going to skip over North Carolina for now and I'll come back to it. Okay, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, a 100-pound yellow illuminated peep, like the marshmallow peeps, is dropped. It's made out of fiberglass. And the Just Born Company, that's the people that make Peeps, based in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. That's what they do. So it's this giant yellow glowing peep. All right. Well, but what the one that I'm thinking that I would really like to do because it is more significant for me. Let me just get to the right one here. And I know that they live stream it, is in Mount Olive, North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina, but not really near Mount Olive, but that doesn't matter because I'd be live streaming. Not live streaming, but they're live streaming. I'd be watching the live stream. Anyways, Mount Olive is where the Mount Olive Pickle Company is. And so they have a giant pickle, like giant glowing pickle that is lowered at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which, by the way, is midnight for Greenwich Mean Time. And it's like this whole thing that they do. Like if you're there, it's like this whole like festival thing, and thousands of people come. And so, it's like a family event. And so they do it at 7 p.m. Now that sounds reasonable. So I'm like, oh, I could totally have like a pickle themed New Year's Eve party where we could have charcuterie, including pickles. Not go crazy or anything, but just have some pickles. Mount Olive pickles, of course. But to have like, just a few, maybe some interesting ones. Like sometimes I've been to like special what would they be called? Like fairs, or what's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, like vendor events where there's, different people selling different things that they've made, whether they are foods or crafts, all kinds of stuff. Anyways, I have been where people have made pickles. So maybe I could choose a couple of fun pickle flavors and save those for our special New Year's Eve celebration. And um, get some other things that go with charcuterie, like cheeses and meats and um, crackers and I don't know what else goes on there. Like, little like even some like fruit wedges, maybe even veggies. Those little finger food things. Yeah, because for me, the celebration is often more about the food. And it's midnight somewhere. Just because it's not midnight where I happen to be, we can still celebrate at a different time. So I am setting the intention for next year, next New Year's Eve, that I am going to do this new fun thing instead. That we will ring in the new year at 7 p.m. with the pickle people in Mount Olive. Will I stick with that? I don't know. But as for right now, I'm kind of thinking that that sounds fun and different. I do like change. I am not one of those people who is like, well, we've always done it this way. It sounds like I am, though. It sounds like I am one of those people who doesn't want to change because I'm not willing to go to bed early on New Year's Eve because I don't want to miss seeing the ball drop. So I'm sentimental, but I'm also open to change and doing things a different way if something's not working. Like that was just silly to stay up, 2 or 3 hours past when I was tired just to see a ball drop that I've seen drop, how old am I? and and I could watch the video the next day. So yeah, and maybe doing it this different way might like get me more motivated to have a little bit more of a party. I'm not big on planning things, but like this seems pretty simple. Like I can do food, and that I have a plan that we're going to watch this pickle drop. Like that's just, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Where you are, do they have like a special Um, do they drop or raise something different on New Year's Eve? Apparently, in Raleigh, North Carolina, they have a 900-pound copper and steel acorn with 40,000 people attending. Interesting. They haven't had a picture of that. Oh, they've got the pickle also. Oh no, will this show up? Okay, so there's up here at the top is the giant acorn, and right here is the pickle. What's that one down there? Oh, it's supposed to be a gold nugget in Marion, North Carolina. Gold nugget down there. So they have different traditions all over the world of different things that they do on New Year's. And Folly Beach, South Carolina, a giant pair of flip flops. And they even have like different balls being dropped like in other parts of the world. It's just that like the most well known is the one that's in Times Square in New York City. So, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, so there's like all these things. Dothan, Alabama has a peanut drop, and Panama City, Florida has an 800-pound beach ball. So I would imagine that a lot of these places also have like a live stream of that event if you're not close to it or you're not into the crowds. I am not into the crowds. Not at all. So, okay, enough about that. Um yeah. So I'm going to make sure that I have made notes about New Year's Eve thoughts that I will put into Google Keep. That's where I keep all of my notes. I don't think that there has been any like New Year's Eve celebration notes previously. Um, I have things that I do on New Year's Eve, like during the day. I make sure that I've got like recorded everything that I did the past year and what went well. I've got a video about that. Um, and like looking forward to the next year. What are my plans for the next year? I also calculate my net worth on December 31st, just to make sure I've got that like a yearly checkup. I don't check it all the time. That's just like once or twice a year. Um, so yeah, that's, let me just see. Yeah. So that's about what I wanted to talk about today. Um, I have not started my like healthy reset yet. That is going to start on Monday the 6th. And um, I have not, the only other thing that I have started right. So, like, basically, I'm just working on two things right now. One is getting ready for the healthy reset, and the other one is I'm doing a 30-day dress challenge. And so I actually started that yesterday. And so the dress that I'm wearing is the dress that I am doing for the challenge. So I will back up and show it to you. So this is by Woolland. They're the ones who do the dress challenges. So I will do 30 days. You can do 30 days once a year, and you can do 100 days once in your lifetime. And I have a video about doing the 100 days. And I did that. And you can't do the same dress twice. So I did that in my Marionberry Sierra. This was a different dress. This is the same fabric as the Sierra. The Sierra is sleeveless. This one is the same fabric and the same cut, except that this has sleeves. And it is so, so cozy. I think the name of this dress is Eliza, and this is the Aegean teal, I believe. And I know that it's dark, so I need to work on the lighting when I'm using um, the camera on my laptop. But you'll be seeing more of this dress because I'm wearing it every day for 30 days. So this is day 2, and it's just really simple. So I call this like doing the dress challenges. I realized today that doing the dress challenges is more like an unchallenge for me because it actually isn't a challenge. Like it's not challenging. It's actually like easier for me to just put on the same clothes and figure out how I'm going to accessorize them. Like yesterday, I just wore this. It was warmer yesterday, and so I wore it with what are they called? The shorter leggings, uh, capri length leggings, and um, and I was just at home. Like I didn't go anywhere, so I just wore like a different necklace. I did have to go and do some work today at the office. And so I did get a little bit more dressed up, and today is colder. And so I'm wearing this vest, and I probably shouldn't do that because it'll mess with my microphone. And a different necklace and longer, like full length leggings instead of the capri length. But yeah, and so I actually love doing the challenges because they're not a challenge. They make my life easier. So, um, so yeah, I do look forward to making some more decluttering videos. I am interested to see how this live came out and see how many people I go back and watch it later. I want to thank you if you are watching this. Oh, I didn't bring my water bottle thing down. I've been doing good on that. So I did not wait to start like I had that huge jug of water that like that's all the water that I need to drink in a day. I have started doing that. And so I did that. Yeah, this is the third day that I'm doing that. So I actually started that on the 31st. And I've that's been good. That's been good. I love the little markings on it that like say like, get to here by 8, get to here by 10, get to here by noon. Like that's like motivating to me. If I'm like, oh, I'm behind on the water, suck it down a bunch of it. And yeah, so I'm probably behind at this moment. And I also cooked the turkey that was in my freezer. So last week, I think it was last week, I did the video about my freezer clean out. And I said that I was moving the turkey over to the refrigerator from the freezer so that it would defrost. So that was a week ago. And so today was the day that I popped that thing into the oven and I cooked it. So the next thing I'm going to do is go and get all the meat off of that and like portion it out and put it in the freezer. And I'll make broth with the bones. When I'm so I had the turkey carcass from Thanksgiving and I made broth, made turkey soup, and I like forgot to film it. I was just like so like into making the soup and I'm like, uh oh, I forgot to film that. That would have been a really good thing to film. So I don't know if I'll film this time or not. So yeah, but I don't let any of that turkey go to waste. And the house is smelling really good, like it's Thanksgiving. But I will be just putting most of that meat just straight into the freezer, and then I can pull it out as I need it for the next while till it gets used up. And how much did I pay for that? It was something ridiculous, like 27 cents a pound or something. Whatever the deal was that Food Lion had in the couple of weeks leading up to Thanksgiving. So I just put it in the freezer till now, and yeah, so that'll be good. So I'm gonna go do that. Um, yeah, I want to thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.